personally think this is going to be the hot shoe of 2024. I think it just takes time for people to kind of latch on and figure out that this is a good looking shoe. Welcome back to week 6 of my weekly release calendar. My name is Ben and I cover all the sneaker releases of the week through the lens of my desktop, and I actually compiled all the releases into one document that's actually in the description of this video. So make sure to check it out and you can follow along as we go through this video. So let's start talking about what released this week. On Tuesday, we got a shock drop of the Jordan 4 Bread Reimagined. Now, the downside is we didn't truly know the exact shock drop date until a day before. There are rumors that they're actually going to shock drop it a week prior, but it never happened. So with this shock drop, I wasn't able to hit on this shock drop. It felt like a lot of people actually hit on this shock drop of these Bread 4s. This is good. The resale prices actually aren't too high, and I'm hearing the rumor is they're releasing about 500,000 pairs. So we're hoping everyone gets a pair. This is a great shoe. I think these are better than the OGs. And that's a hot take, but I just am not a big fan of that Nubuck or Durabuck. So I think this is the perfect shoe with the leather, makes it waterproof, and it just looks great with full-on leather. Retails $215. If you missed out on the shock drop, they're releasing again on February 17th, which is actually Michael Jordan's birthday. Just a quick fun fact. There's actually a lot of releases, so we're not going to go through everything. I highlighted a few notable releases for us to talk about. So let's move on to the next shoe. It's going to be the KD4. You get the Dragon 2.0. So actually, the 2.0 part of it, I completely forgot there's a 1.0 version that released, and it's this blue variant of this shoe. It's like a blue version. But this is the 2.0, and this one's so much better. I think the details of the shoe are so nice. If you look at the heel, and let's kind of scroll through this. Look at that heel, that dragon embroidery into the back. Just great design. The thing is, this shoe sold out on release day. Apparently it was super limited, but I missed out. I really was trying to get a pair. I heard these, actually not I heard, but from my previous experience wearing KD4s, these are super narrow. This is when the KD lines start to really be molded based off KD's foot, which is super long and narrow. So if you're a wide footer like me, size up. Or if you like a roomier fit, even if you're a normal width foot, just go up half a size just to be safe. Now I'm just devastated that I missed out on this shoe. Zoom Vomero 5, probably one of the most popular shoes out right now. They have this women's shoe. Now, of course, they have extended women's sizes for men, but this is just such a clean colorway. I didn't pick up a pair, but has basically this off-white and a gun bottom. You can't go wrong. Great shoe, $160. I feel like this would go under retail on places like Go and eBay. On Thursday, February 8th, we had the 2 pairs of Kobe's. This is the first set of Kobe's to release this year. Now, of course, these sold out, and there's 2 colorways. So we have this teal colorway that only dropped in extended men's sizes, and then we have this purple colorway that dropped in men's, kids, and toddler sizes, which I don't know why they did it that way. Both retailing for $190. Apparently the teal pair is a lot more limited. Rumor production numbers were that this teal pair only had 36,000 pairs, whereas this purple one had around 75,000. And of course, this is for the men's sizes. So if you want a pair, they're actually pretty close to retail. And I feel like maybe within a week, once people start getting in their pairs, you should be able to get a pair for maybe the low 200s. But if you want a pair, it's a decent looking Kobe. I just think it's a little too loud in my opinion with the 8 and 24. If you're a fan of New Balances, they dropped this great, very subtle gray, black, and white collection. And it's just super clean, you know, gives me a little hint of Jan vibes with those off-white laces. But they dropped the whole collection. They have the 990 V6, the V4s, and let's see. And then they also had, the 996s, which I'm not a big fan of. But it's just a clean collection. It goes with these colors, go with anything. And if anything, I would recommend you guys try out the 990 V6. Super comfortable with that fuel cell throughout the midsole of the shoe. This is a great collection. It might go into retail, so maybe if you wait, you might save some money. There's a lot of LeBron 21s dropping. I feel like none of them do well. On Friday, we have the Lunar Rome Desert Moss colorway. So the first Lunar Romes, which I actually have right here in front of me, I personally think this is going to be the hot shoe of 2024. I think it just takes time for people to kind of latch on and figure out that this is a good looking shoe. Super light with that Lunar technology. And this new colorway actually didn't even sell out on release day. So this is even more wearable with different outfits since it's this clean, like silverish white. 150. These will go under retail, unfortunately. But if you want to try Lunar and you haven't already, this is probably a good gateway. And I wouldn't be surprised if this shoe resells for maybe 180, 200 towards the end of the year. But that's a long hold, so don't pick it up if you're trying to resell. This pair is pretty interesting. This is the Danielle Cathari New Balance 991 V2. It's a mouthful of numbers and combinations, but essentially this is an Amsterdam-based shop, and they did a very, very limited collaboration with New Balance on their new model. And this model is inspired off of Matcha. So I actually went for this pair, was not able to get a pair because I found out later on there was only 1,000 pairs. So how are you supposed to get a pair? Who knows? So, or no, sorry. I heard there's only 100 pairs, which is even more insane. Not 1,000, 100 pairs. So it's just a clean colorway based off Matcha. Yeah, super limited. Seems like no one really hit on a pair. For Valentine's Day, there's 2 pairs of Dunk Low SBs. Let's go through them really quickly. Of course, they both sold out on release day. This one is just super clean. They're calling it City of Love collection. Of course, Nike's gonna call it coconut milk, whatever, just to be very legally safe by not using any copyrighted names. Burgundy Crush, just a monochromatic maroon version of this shoe. Nothing too special in my opinion. And we'll just skip on. There's just so many releases on Friday. On Saturday, we have the Air Jordan 13 Blue Gray. Not a very original name, but this is a pretty clean colorway. Perfect spring, summer shoe. Retailing for $200, full family size run. And usually, if you notice, around February and March, Jordan Brand likes to drop these full family size run sneakers. And my theory is it's to capture people with tax return money. So once they have the tax return money, they could go ahead buy a fit for the whole family. Usually it's some popular Jordan model, like 12, 13s, 4s, and 5s. So this is my assumption, but yeah, it's pretty clean. You know, it's not something I would pay $200 for. This is something that would definitely go into retail. But Air Jordan 13 Blue Gray. And to wrap up the week, we have these BAPE Stan Smiths. I swear this has dropped in the past. It seems like something that would have dropped already, but it's also commemorate the Stan Smith's 30th anniversary. And it's just a simple Stan Smith with that iconic BAPE print all over. So that's all we have for this week. Nothing too major aside from that shock drop of the Bread Reimagines. Next week, we should see a lot more releases. But let me know if you hit on the Bread Reimagined Jordan 4 shock drop. I didn't, so I'm just curious to see if everyone else was able to hit other than myself. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.